Well, I don't need, I'm in the want facet of my life. It's the difference between needing something and wanting something, but God does give you the desires of your heart. You have every right to want something. I mean, look, it's people that's not good people that get stuff they want. If you're a good person, why shouldn't you get what you want? But you got to have vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, if you're not writing these things down, the probability of it happening is lessened because you're actually going against the law of attraction and the way that God set the system up. The law of attraction really does work. It's a very simple process. If you go in the house and you have a remote and you point that remote at the TV and you press the on switch, guess what you expect to happen? You expect the TV to come on. Well, guess what happens? The TV comes on. It's just because you pointed a remote at it and it sent a signal. And what the signal has to get a return. So if you want to watch HBO and it's channel 500, you press 500 and you press select. You don't even think about it. You expect HBO to be on the TV. And guess what comes on the TV? HBO. You know where they got that from? They got that from the Bible. The Bible says a man is as he thinketh. So how you are, the energy that you project from your mind is what you get. And so that's why the law of attraction works that way. It's because whatever you project, that signal, that's the return has to come that way. See, and the difference between successful people and non-successful people is what goes on in between here. That's it. They're not smarter than you. God don't love them more than he loved you. It's just that they thought themselves into a different position. And that's all. You have to master this. Like I have no education. I'm not really like a school book dude. I'm not really smart. I don't know a lot. But you can't out-dream me. You can't out-grind me. You can't so. If you grab that concept, folks, it changes your life. So you got to start writing down everything you want and projecting it out into the universe because that's the law of attraction. That's how it works. You are your greatest remote control. Whatever you press, that has to return. If you want more people to smile at you, all you got to do is start smiling at more people. It's just man. You want more people to shake your hand? You got to stick your hand out to more people. Everybody ain't going to shake it, but a whole lot of people will. That's the law of attraction. You think rich, you get rich. You think poor, here come poor. You think all men are dogs, you finna meet all of them. You finna meet all of them. Just quit tripping. It's what you project. I'm telling you, man, that's the game. If you could get that, folks, you change your whole life. I had a couple of times I thought I could have turned around and went back the other way, but I don't know, man. I just never. I can't say I didn't think about quitting, but I never had prolonged thoughts about giving up. I had moments, I'm human, man, this ain't going right. Especially when I was living in the car, when I was homeless, man, I didn't know how I'd ever make my dreams come true. But the thing about God is, see, you have to keep going because you just don't know when God is going to flip the switch. And he can't tell you when he's going to flip the switch because it would destroy the one thing that he requires from you, faith. See, if you knew when it was going to happen, it wouldn't require faith. It would just take patience. But faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. You have to understand on your road to success that you just have to keep believing in this thing that you can't clearly see. People ask me all the time, Steve, did you ever see yourself with this? No. How? I didn't even know this existed. I didn't know that this level of life was there. I didn't know no rich people growing up. I had never been to the houses of wealthy people. If you can just keep believing, when nothing in you is working, when all your external forces have given way, if you can just manage to somehow keep hoping, Just hope. You ain't even really got to believe. All you got to do is hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You just got to hope. Sometimes you ain't strong enough to believe, but you can always be strong enough to just hope. Man, I hope God come get me. I hope I make it. See, when they tell you, when you read the scripture and they say faith is the substance of things hoped for, what faith really is just hard hoping. And I just took that hope and just kept hope alive. If you can keep hoping, man, you have a chance. You just can't become hopeless. The devil is busy, man. The devil has one job. That's to rob you of your destiny. That's his only position in life. He don't care if you get money, a car, a house. As long as he can rob you of your destiny, that's the devil's whole mission in life. He just want to rob. He just wants you to not be what God made you to be. But if you can remain hopeful in spite of all adversity, like it was times in my car, man, I felt like quitting. I mean, I felt like giving up. You got to know, living in a car is not a simple task, you know, but I just, you know, some days I just said, man, oh God, I hope something happens. Come on now. If you could just go to bed and just wake up tomorrow, every time you wake up, that's a sign from God that he ain't through with you yet. See, that right there, as long as you waking up, he's saying to you, I ain't through with you yet. He's just waiting on you to turn and see what it is. But you gotta turn to God because he gives us choice. You know, you gotta turn to him. You gotta ask for help. Like if you can't figure your life out, you gotta ask God, why did you create me? You just need two most important days of your life, the day you're born, the day you figure out why. You just gotta ask God why. You know, you don't have to keep tripping. You really don't. Because he's your creator. He knows exactly why he created you. I just knew early on that I was born to be something special. I did not know what it was, though. I mean, man, I was just living my life. I had no idea, but I had a lot of people along the way. You different. You know, quit hanging with them. I had a teacher came to my house one day. It was a gay psychology teacher named Ray Davis. He came to the hood, and I went to an all-black elementary, all-black. I'm old, you know, before busing or anything. So all my schools were all black, deep in the hood. He came to my house in the 11th grade at night. No white people came to my neighborhood at night. I lived deep in it, right? It's serving double life sentences today. That's who I was running with. That guy came to my house and told my father, if he get away from them, he'll be something special. I ain't know it. I had no idea. But I sure thank God. And I just kept hoping, kept praying, hoping and praying, hoping and praying. Hope is an amazing thing, y'all. Look, in show business, that's all the time. You could come to work one day and they just say the show is canceled. What can you do? So what I've done is I've produced so much content. I got radio, I write books, I write movies, I do TV shows, I host TV shows. I got a game show, I do a Facebook watch show. I do so many. So when they come and they cancel something, I don't really give a damn. Because I got 8 more jobs. You know what I mean? I've just managed to stack. And then I'm always prepared. I prepare for what's coming. Here's the deal. Change is inevitable. So here's what's going to happen. No matter what's going on in your life, it's not permanent. Everything is going to change. So there's 2 things you can do with change. You can react to it or you can participate in it. It's going to change anyway. So if you keep waiting around, you're going to have to react to the change. And now you behind. But if you participate in the change, if you know the job you have is not going to last forever. I'm just telling you. COVID proved that already. Where you go to work at every day, that's going to change. COVID proved that already. Your best laid plans has changed. So what you got to start doing is you got to start anticipating that it's going to change and just start living your life with the preparation for change. No matter what you're doing, you could be doing more. Remember that. It's 24 hours in a day. You got to use as many of those hours to prepare stability for yourself as you can. I said it online, I got in a lot of trouble. If you sleep 8 hours, you're not ever going to be rich. If you have any dreams of being rich, you cannot sleep 8 hours a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. If you sleep 8 hours, that's a third of your life. How can you cannot be asleep a third of your life and become successful. You can't. People got mad at me. They're talking about Steve Harvey prefers wealth over health. No, I'm just telling you, if your ass wants to hit it and be rich, you got to quit bullshitting. You got to get your hustle and grind on. You can't sleep 8 hours. Well, how much you sleep? I sleep between 4 and 5 hours. If I get 6 hours, woof, I'm tired. Plus, I'm old. I got to get up. I want to see what today is. I can't miss nothing. I'm old, man. I'm 64 years old, so I can't be laying in the bed waiting. I got to get up early. I'm up before the sun come up every day because I just want to see what else God got for me. He done gave me a lot. Might as well go see the rest of it, right? You can't see his sleep. So I've always prepared myself for what this business is. And for the first time, I've actually thought about retiring. This is the first time I've ever thought about retiring. So now I want to come home. I'm coming to Africa. Oh, no, you ain't got to tell nobody nothing. All you got to do is be it. You ain't got to say, you don't have to open your mouth. You don't have to do it, man. He prepares a table in the presence of mine enemies. He do it all the time. All my haters, I ain't got to say nothing to them. They got TV. They can cut their TV on 7 days a week. All that hating, he on there. Oh, man, I don't even worry about it. You know, I've learned how to handle haters, man. And the only reason you have haters is because you're effective. You have haters for 2 reasons. You're doing something that they're jealous of, or God is preparing to take you somewhere and the devil is providing opposition. Those are the reasons you have haters. God is about to do something and the devil has to throw opposition. Those are the 2 reasons you have haters. I got plenty of haters. When I get them, man, I always look and see what God finna do. Like I got somebody really attacking me right now. I mean, really going after me, man. I'm just waiting to see what God gonna do. Because they're gonna have to get on. Now, everybody that came after me before, you eventually had to get on. Because they can't listen to me, man. Can't nobody stop what God got for you. And nobody, there ain't a man living can stop not one thing God got for you. Don't even worry about them haters, man. Just all you gotta do is just keep shining. They see you. You ain't got to say nothing. And plus, how they gonna hate if they don't watch? They on my Instagram page right now watching to see what else. I don't even post nothing. I got people do that. I don't even, really. I can't stand you. You always. I ain't even posted, dog, tell you the truth. So I just let them hate, man. And that's all you got to do, man. Just keep living your life. It used to bother me, when social media first came out, because I was famous before phone cameras came out. I was famous before there was social media. When social media came about, the price for fame elevated. It's a really high price now. They used to have to do fact-check stories about you. Stories came out in the newspaper, had to be fact-checked. Internet came out, they just take your picture, print anything they want. Ain't no fact-checking, nothing. It used to bug me, and then I figured it out. Who are haters? Haters are not shakers and movers. They're not power brokers, and they're not decision makers. The only way a hater has power over you is if you give it to them. That's the only way. Martin Luther King said once, a man can't ride your back unless you bend over. I don't bend over. So when you're talking about me, I have a question for you. Number 1, do you know me? Have you ever met me? And do you have my cell number? Those are the only people who can say anything about me. If you know me, you met me, or you have my cell number. If that, you don't even know me. Do you know the stuff people say about me, man? They say some crazy about me. He a Uncle Tom, he a sellout. A sellout? Do you know what I've done in my lifetime? Do you know what I do for my own culture? What I do for children that are not mine? But I'm not gonna go on the internet and toot my horn to these people. I just let them say what they gonna say. So, and when they get through hating, when all that hating get turned in, turn on your TV set. All that you talking, I'm still here. And let me show you something. Do you know, as long as you just honor God, do you know it don't matter what they say? He will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies. They're gonna all see it, trust me. That's why you don't have to do nothing. You ain't gotta write back, you ain't gotta get online, say nothing back, you ain't gotta go in their DMs, you ain't gotta do none of that. God will fix it where they see, he gonna make sure they see the blessings he got for you. They not gonna miss it. They not gonna miss it. And the only reason they talking about you is cause you winning. Don't nobody talk about losers. They only talk about winners, man. If you out there winning, they're gonna start talking about it. If you don't want nobody talking about you, don't do nothing. Don't try to be nothing. Don't climb the ladder. Don't get a promotion. Don't get no job. Don't stop hanging out with them. Don't try to better yourself. Don't do nothing. They won't say nothing. The moment you make the decision that you're gonna do better, be better, here they come. Here they come, every time. But let them come, though. Let them come. Control of this. This belongs to you. This is yours. You're the captain. You're the master. You're the foreman. You're the general. You're the head. Don't give control of this to nobody, especially the devil. Do not let Satan come in here and function and operate, because he has one mission: to keep you off course, to make you not think it's possible, to make you think that God don't hear you. His job is only to destroy you, to make sure that you don't become what God intended for you to become. That's the mission of the devil. Now, if you don't believe in the devil, this conversation ain't for you. If you don't believe in God, this conversation ain't for you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who are spiritually based. If you get control of this, that's why I'm telling you these two books. Look, the best book you can read is the Bible. If you read the book of Proverbs over and over and over, it's the book of wisdom and understanding. It would really help your life, man, if you just read. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's the only book in the Bible I've read cover to cover. I've only read the book of Proverbs. I've read some scriptures every now and then. I only know 5 or 6 scriptures by heart. I'm just going to be real with you. But I've memorized them 5 or 6 scriptures, and them 5 or 6 got me here today. I know a lot of people that know the Bible inside out ain't got nothing to show for it. You know why? Because they memorized it, but they didn't apply it. I have applied 6 scriptures to change my life. But these books that I told you about, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale and The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, you know what it does? It just teaches you how this works. Once you get this, y'all, you can change everything. Do you understand? Negativity, let me just give you this and I'm gonna walk away. Negativity, you can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. You can coat your mind from negativity. It's a real simple exercise to do. I do it every morning before I walk out the door. So I walk out as a positive person. You know, I get tired sometimes. That's different from being negative, because I get mentally drained from my job at times. But to coat your mind from negativity, the way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing: gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity. I'm going to show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning and you start having negative thoughts, man, this ain't my day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm tripping. I just don't feel myself. Every time you feel, in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop. Just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have, because what you have is substantial. You just haven't gone over the list and taken inventory in a long time. But the fact that you can walk, that's a blessing. The fact that you woke up, that's another blessing. The fact that you can see, think, reason, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go somewhere and get yourself something to eat, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go and turn the key and call someplace home, that's another blessing. The ability to dream is a blessing. The fact that you have an opportunity to get it right is another blessing. The fact that you're beautiful, that's another blessing. The fact that you have any measure of health, that's another blessing. And I'm just talking to you, I don't even know you. I could give you 50 things you ought to be grateful for right now. I don't even know you. Start coating your mind with gratitude. It'll change everything for you. I don't have a relationship with God because I'm afraid of burning in hell. I have a relationship with God because he helps me in my day-to-day living. I have a relationship with God because if there is an eternal place to go live, I want to go see it. I figure, as long as I ain't trying to step on nobody to get to where I'm going. Look, you all gonna make mistakes. Everybody's a sinner in here. Everybody in here broken. Everybody need help. I need help. I'm broken. You need God fixing you some kind of way. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. You need God. But listen to me. Don't you understand that that's okay? It's all right to have a relationship with God. Having a relationship with God is really cool. And you're looking at a street dude telling you this. But he changed people, God changed people. If you followed my career any length of time, from the time I was back on the Steve Harvey show, all the way up through the Kings of Comedy, all the way up to 2005, you saw what my life was. But after 2005, he came and he got me, though. Because he got sick of me, and I got sick of me. See, you know what happened to me in 2005? I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was so sick of me. Y'all saw me on TV. Y'all saw this money I was making. I was miserable, man. I was at my unhappiest point in life all the way up to 2005. I was miserable. We was Kings of Comedy. The only time I had a good time was when I was on stage. The only time I had a good time, I was in front of the camera. I was with Sid and the boys. We was performing. When I got off that stage, my life was miserable, man. I was in a pain you would not believe. I was in an abyss, man. I was in a dark place. How in the world did I get here? I got here because of God's grace. My plight had overtaken me, and I was about done. But right when you think you're about done, don't he always show up? Can you name me one single thing God ain't brought you through? Can you name it? If he ain't brought you through it, he's currently pulling you through it right now. And you know how I know that's real? Because you're sitting in here. The God I serve, you can't put no limitations on him. If you just get out the way, he can show you something. He do miraculous things all the time. Why would you not want one of them miracles to happen for you? I'm sitting here, for me to be here today, the dude that I was, it's a miracle. We pray little prayers. We pray stuff that we see a way to get. You supposed to pray for stuff you can't see no way how you can get it. God is in the make your dream come true business. God is in the get your life together business. God is in the forgiving business. Don't let nobody fool you, man. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't forget to pray. Don't be ashamed to pray, and don't ever be too proud to pray, because prayer changes things. Prayer changes people too. I wake up, I play music, I tell jokes. I wake up, I meet y'all, I tell some more jokes. I get paid to play music, adult contemporary music. I play R&B. I tell jokes. And they give me a check. Hey, Mary, can I tell you something? That's the most amazing gift. If you could change the way you wake up in the morning, stop saying, I got to go to work. I got to work out. I got to get this weight off of me. I got to go and meet with the people at the school. I got to deal with my coworkers. Change one word in that sentence, and everything about your life changes. I get to wake up in the morning. I get to go to work. I get to go and meet with these people today. When you say I got to, you take all of your opportunities and all of your blessings and you wrap them up in stress by saying I got to. You take all the stress off of it when you say I get to. I'm telling you, it is an amazing game changer. I was sick and tired of being poor. I was just exhausted. My mother was poor, my father was poor, my brothers and sisters were poor. All my friends were poor, all my relatives were poor. I lived in a poor neighborhood, we lived in a poor house. I was just like, wow, man. I watched TV, and I would see, like at Christmas time, my father would put us in the car and take us out to the suburbs to see the Christmas lights. And I would see these big houses, man, with lights all on them, and they had horseshoe driveways where you just pull in and go all the way around. That was amazing to me. You know, we would pull up in the driveway, got a back out. You know, I've been doing that, and I kept saying, I told my father, I said, Dad, I said, why don't we get one of these houses? He said, boy, I ain't got no money for this kind of house. He said, but if you work hard, keep going to church like your mama say, you can make some money, you can buy you one of these houses. That was it. My motivation was to buy a big house so I could put up Christmas lights and drive in the driveway. And I'm going to tell you something. Every home I have, every house I've ever owned or built, you got to pull in one way and drive all the way around to come out there. I have never built, lived, or owned a home that did not have that driveway with gates on both sides. Never. That was the biggest motivating. So my advice is you have to find a dream that's so big that it overwhelms all of your fears and causes you to never give up. Now, you're going to think about quitting no matter what you do. I mean, I've thought about it many times, but I always just kept thinking about that house. And I've always dreamed of buying my mother and father a real house. And, you know, and before they died, I was able to do all of that. Bought them houses and everything. So get interested in your gift. It doesn't matter what somebody else does. To find your way in life is not an external search. It's an internal search. Because God equipped you the moment he gave birth to you. God equipped you at birth with what you needed. He gave all of you a gift, all of you. Every last one of you, you're gifted. God never created a soul without giving them a gift. All of you sitting in here were given a gift at birth. He put it inside you. You ain't got to look under the ocean. It ain't on a mountain. It ain't under no rocks. He put it in you at birth. He gave you a gift. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. That's the thing you should pursue. The scripture says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of important men. That's what your gift will do for you. Everything else you're doing has nothing to do with what God created you for. And if you're unhappy with your life, if you haven't figured your life out, if you're thinking there's more to your life than it is, it's because the only reason you have that question is because you're not living in your gift. Once you discover your gift, there lies your greatest chance for success. That's what God gave you, equipped you with. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, singing, and dancing. Babysitting is a gift. If you're a smart student, Smart is a gift. If people come to your house and they in your kitchen to get their hair done instead of going to a salon, you do hair. That's your gift. If they can't have a bake sale without your pies and cakes, you bake pies and cakes better than everybody, then that's your gift. You bake pies and cakes. That's your gift. You don't have to think about it. That's what you do. Quit trying to do what somebody else is doing, because that ain't your life. You don't even want to come the way I would. If you knew the path I took to get here, you would not take it. If I'd have knew the path I was going to have to take to get here, I would have changed my destiny a long time ago, because there's no way I would have wanted to have gone through what I went through to get to where I am today. That's why God don't reveal it to you. See, God never reveals the path to you. He shows you what it could look like, but he don't show you the route, because if he showed you the route, you'll turn around. Everybody would quit. If you knew what you had to go through to get to where he had for you to go, you would all quit. I would quit too. It's no way I would have had a stuttering problem. It's no way I would have lived in a car for 3 years. It's no way if I'd have knew that when I quit my job to do comedy, what was going to happen to me, I would have never quit my job. But he don't show you that. He just lets you have the dream. And if you're bold enough to chase the dream, he'll get you through the journey. You just can't quit in the middle of the journey, because he know you're chasing dreams. God in the make your dream come true business. That's real talk. I kid you not. You looking at somebody living his dream because God made it happen for him. That's real.